If you're serious about building real wealth and creating a life that you're truly proud of, it starts with the decisions you make every single day. Wealth isn't just about money. It's about the life you build, the choices you make, and the habits you develop. And here's something to understand. Success is nothing more than a few simple disciplines, practiced every day. That's the key. It's not about having some grand plan that suddenly changes everything. It's about showing up consistently, doing the work when it's tough, and sticking to habits that will serve you in the long run. In this video, we're going to dive into 8 powerful habits that have the potential to not only build your financial wealth, but also shape the life you're proud to live. These aren't shortcuts. These aren't hacks. These are the small, consistent actions that successful people do over and over again. It's not about waiting for the perfect moment or the perfect opportunity. It's about how you manage the ordinary moments that will eventually create extraordinary results. If you're ready to take control of your future, this is where it all starts. Keep watching, because these habits will change the way you approach your day, your goals, and your life. Number 1, discipline is freedom. Make it your foundation. Discipline is one of those things most people overlook. They chase motivation. They look for shortcuts. They scroll through their phones, looking for something to light a fire under them. But what they really need is the ability to get things done even when that fire isn't there. Discipline is what holds everything together. It's not loud, it's not flashy, but it changes lives. And if you want real wealth and a life you're proud to live, then this is where everything begins. See, you don't rise to your dreams, you fall to your habits. And the habit that separates the successful from the stuck is discipline. It doesn't matter how smart you are, how much potential you have, or how many chances come your way. If you don't have discipline, you'll keep letting it all slip through your fingers. And the truth is, nobody's coming to force you to become who you're meant to be. That's your job. That's your responsibility. And discipline is how you step into it. It starts with the little things, not the big, overwhelming, impossible changes. Just the simple decision to follow through when it would be easier to quit. It's waking up when you said you would, even if you're tired. It's doing the workout, even if your body's sore. It's sticking to your budget, even when something tempting shows up. These are the moments that build the foundation. Not the big speeches, not the sudden bursts of excitement, but the quiet, personal decisions you make when no one's watching. When you build discipline, your life becomes steady. You stop being pushed around by how you feel. You stop needing everything to be perfect before you start. You stop waiting for the right time, because you realize the right time is when you decide it is. Discipline teaches you how to take control of your time, your money, your focus. And when you take control, everything changes. Most people live in reaction. They get up late, rush through the day, get frustrated, waste hours, and then wonder why nothing's improving. But when you build discipline, you stop reacting and start creating. You design your day, you take your goals seriously. You stop making excuses and start making changes. That's when the results show up. You want to feel proud of your life. You want to look back and say, I built that. Then you need to live on purpose. You need to create structure. You need to know what matters and build your life around it. Discipline helps you do that. It's not about being hard on yourself. It's about honoring your time, your goals, and your values. And the truth is, discipline builds confidence. Every time you follow through on what you said you'd do, you grow. Every time you resist the urge to take the easy way out, you prove to yourself that you're capable. And over time, that creates a kind of power inside you. Not arrogance, not ego, but real strength. You stop looking for approval because you've already earned your own respect. Now, this isn't about working every second of the day. It's not about never resting or never having fun. It's about living in alignment with what matters to you. It's about knowing what kind of person you want to become, and then showing up every single day to work toward that. It's about making the hard decisions now, so you don't have to live with regret later. And here's something you need to understand. Discipline gives you freedom. That might sound strange, but it's true. When you're disciplined with your time, you have more of it. When you're disciplined with your money, you keep more of it. When you're disciplined with your energy, you use it wisely. You're not constantly fixing problems you created. You're not constantly trying to get back on track. You're ahead. You're focused. You're moving with clarity. That clarity is what gives you peace of mind. You stop feeling like you're behind. You stop comparing yourself to everyone else. You know what you're doing and why you're doing it. You're no longer running in circles, chasing one thing after another and burning out. You're building something that lasts, and deep down you feel that. You know when you're on the right path. You don't need anyone to tell you. You feel it when you look in the mirror, and you know you showed up for yourself. That's why discipline is so powerful. It changes how you see yourself. It shifts your identity. You stop being the person who talks about changing and start becoming the person who's doing it. And that shift, that's everything. Because once you become the kind of person who follows through, everything else becomes possible. It's not going to be easy. There will be days you want to quit, days you'll be tired, days you'll doubt yourself. But those are the days that matter the most. Those are the days that shape your future. Anybody can stay on track when it's easy, but the real growth happens when it's hard, and you still keep going. That's where your strength is built. That's where your story becomes worth telling. So don't get caught up in waiting. Don't fall into the trap of thinking you'll start tomorrow, or next week, or when you feel more ready. Start now, even if it's small, even if it's just a little better than yesterday. What matters is that you begin. What matters is that you build the habit, and the more you show up, the stronger it gets, until one day it's just who you are. And when you reach that point, when discipline is your normal, you'll look around and see the difference. Your work improves, your relationships get better, your health, your finances, your mindset, all of it levels up, because you decided to take ownership. You decided to take control, and the life you've always wanted. It doesn't feel out of reach anymore. It feels real. Because now you're the kind of person who creates it. That's what it means to build real wealth. It's not just about money. It's not just about success. It's about living in a way that you're proud of. It's about walking into every room with the quiet confidence of someone who knows they earned everything they have. That's what discipline gives you. And that's where everything starts. So take it seriously. Don't treat it like an option. Make it part of your life. Make it your foundation. Because once you do that, everything else becomes possible. Number 2, detach from approval. Focus on long-term impact, not opinions. When you start building something meaningful, whether it's your career, your business, or your personal growth, it's easy to get caught up in what others think. We all want to be liked, to feel accepted, to know we're doing the right thing. But here's the truth. If you spend your life chasing approval, you'll always be at the mercy of someone else's opinion. And when you let that happen, you give up the power to create your own destiny. You become a slave to the noise around you. You need to get comfortable with the idea that not everyone is going to understand your path. Not everyone is going to cheer you on. And that's okay. The truth is, the most successful people don't do things to get validation from others. They do it because they believe in themselves, and they focus on their long-term vision. Approval is fleeting, and opinions come and go. But what you build for yourself, that stays. It's easy to get sidetracked by what people think. We all have this natural instinct to seek approval. It's part of who we are. We want to be seen, heard, and validated. But if you let that drive your decisions, you'll never be able to move forward with confidence. You'll always be second-guessing yourself, asking, what will they think? Or am I doing the right thing? And in that constant battle, you'll never make the progress you want. Think about it this way. If you're always waiting for someone's approval, you're handing over control of your life to someone else. You're letting them decide how you feel. You're letting their opinions dictate your actions. That's a dangerous game to play. It's easy to get stuck in this loop, looking for validation from others. But when you stop looking for that approval, something incredible happens. You start living on your own terms. Detaching from the need for approval doesn't mean you stop caring about others. It doesn't mean you throw relationships or collaboration out the window. What it means is that you stop relying on external validation to define your worth. You stop giving people the power to decide if you're on the right path. Instead, you start focusing on what you're building, on the vision you have for your life, and on what truly matters to you in the long run. When you stop seeking approval, you become free. You become free to make decisions based on what's best for you, not based on what others think. You stop second-guessing yourself. You stop wasting time trying to meet everyone else's expectations. You start creating a life that aligns with your values, your goals, and your purpose. That's where true success comes from, focusing on the long-term impact, not the temporary opinions of others. This is where real growth happens. It's not about pleasing people along the way, because pleasing people never leads to real fulfillment. The truth is, the people who are truly successful, the ones who are truly content with their lives, are the ones who stop worrying about fitting into someone else's box. They stop worrying about what their family thought, or what their friends expected, or what society said they should be doing. They focused on what mattered to them and took bold, consistent action in that direction. Think about the people you admire. Think about the people who are doing things that inspire you. Do you think they got there by seeking approval from others every step of the way? Do you think they asked for permission before every decision they made? Of course not. They trusted their own judgment, even when others didn't understand. They kept their eyes on the long-term vision, on their bigger purpose, and that's what propelled them forward. When you focus on the long-term impact of your decisions, you start looking at things through a different lens. You stop measuring success by how many likes you get on social media, or how many people agree with your ideas. You start measuring success by the work you're putting in, by the goals you're accomplishing, and by the life you're creating for yourself. This shift is what makes all the difference. Most people are stuck in the short term, constantly chasing the next approval, the next compliment, the next round of validation. And this cycle keeps them trapped. They never reach their full potential because they're too busy trying to please everyone around them. But when you break free from that, you start playing a different game. You start focusing on building something that will last, something that you can be proud of in the long run. It's not easy to detach from approval. It's hard because we're wired to seek connection, to seek affirmation. But here's the thing. If you keep seeking approval from the wrong sources, you'll never find fulfillment. You'll always be looking for something outside of yourself to feel good. And that's a trap, because when you look outside for validation, you'll never find the peace you're searching for. True peace comes when you realize that you are enough, just as you are. And when you know that, you can move forward with confidence, knowing that the people who matter will support you for who you truly are, not for who they want you to be. This doesn't mean you shouldn't listen to feedback. Feedback is important. Constructive criticism can help you grow, help you improve, and help you become better at what you do. But there's a big difference between seeking feedback to improve and seeking approval to validate your worth. The first helps you grow, the second keeps you stuck. When you detach from the need for approval, you start to trust yourself. You start to trust your decisions, your instincts, and your ability to create the life you want. You stop doubting yourself every time someone disagrees with you or questions your choices. Instead, you move forward with conviction, knowing that you're building something meaningful, something that aligns with your true purpose. This shift in mindset isn't just about freeing yourself from other people's opinions. It's about taking control of your life. It's about deciding that your happiness, your success, and your fulfillment are in your hands, not in the hands of anyone else. When you do that, you start to build a life that is authentically yours. You start to create something that will last, something that isn't dependent on the approval of others, but on your own beliefs and values. So step into this mindset today. Let go of the need for constant approval. Focus on what you want to build, on the long-term impact of your decisions. Trust yourself, and most importantly, take consistent action toward your vision, knowing that the people who are meant to support you will be there, and the ones who don't understand, well, they're just not part of your journey, and that's okay. Keep moving forward. Number 3, invest in skills that compound over time. When it comes to building lasting wealth, there's one thing you can't overlook: the power of skills that compound over time. Think about this for a moment. You can put your money in the stock market. You can invest in real estate. You can even put your resources into short-term ventures. But the one thing no one can ever take away from you is the skill set you build over time. That's an investment you'll always have. No matter what happens in the market, no matter what the economy does, skills compound, just like interest in the bank. They grow bigger, stronger, and more valuable the longer you work on them. And here's the most powerful part: they don't stop growing. Now, when we talk about skills, we're not just talking about technical knowledge. We're talking about everything from communication to leadership to problem solving to emotional intelligence. These are the kinds of skills that, when you commit to them, pay dividends in every area of your life. Whether it's your job, your business, or your personal relationships. The better your skills, the better your results. But the key is to start building skills that will grow and multiply over time. These are the types of skills that, when you put in the work, day after day, year after year, become more valuable than anything else. Think of it like planting a tree. At first it seems small. Maybe you don't notice much growth. But as the years go on, that tree starts to take root and grow taller and stronger. And suddenly, it's providing you with shade, fruit, and a solid foundation for your life. If you want to be successful, you've got to make that long-term commitment to your own growth. It's easy to focus on quick fixes, those things that promise instant results. But the real winners, the ones who achieve sustainable success, are the ones who put in the effort and invest in themselves for the long haul. They focus on building skills that won't just pay off today, but will continue to provide value in the years to come. Take communication, for example. Communication is a skill that grows over time. When you first start learning how to communicate effectively, you might stumble. You might struggle to get your point across, or be unsure of how to read people. But as you keep practicing, whether you're speaking in front of a crowd, having a one-on-one conversation, or even writing an email, your skills improve. Over time, you become more persuasive, more confident, and more effective in getting your ideas across. And that's a skill that compounds. It opens doors, builds relationships, and helps you become a leader in whatever field you choose. But communication isn't just about speaking well. It's also about listening. The better you get at listening, truly hearing what others are saying, understanding their perspectives, the more valuable you become to those around you. People will want to work with you, collaborate with you, and bring you into their circles because you've got that rare skill, the ability to listen and connect. Another skill that compounds is leadership. Leadership is one of those skills that grows stronger the more you practice it. At first, you might be unsure of how to lead. You might feel like you're not in control, or that people aren't following your direction. But with time, you learn how to inspire others, how to make tough decisions, and how to guide people toward a common goal. Leadership doesn't happen overnight, but over time you become someone others look to for guidance and inspiration. And here's the best part. As your leadership abilities grow, so does your influence. You'll find that more and more opportunities start to come your way. People trust you, they respect you, and they want to work with you. And because your leadership skills are compounding, the opportunities that come to you are bigger and better. But it's not just about professional skills. It's also about emotional intelligence. This is one of the most important skills you can build if you want to create lasting success in both your career and your personal life. Emotional intelligence is about understanding your own emotions and being able to manage them, as well as understanding and connecting with the emotions of others. It's a skill that grows stronger the more you practice it. And the best part is, emotional intelligence can be applied to every area of your life. Whether you're negotiating a deal, resolving a conflict, or just building stronger personal relationships, emotional intelligence helps you navigate through life with more ease and confidence. Now let's talk about one more skill: problem solving. We all face challenges. That's just a part of life. But what separates the successful people from the ones who stay stuck is their ability to solve problems. When you invest in building your problem-solving skills, you learn how to approach challenges with creativity and resilience. You stop seeing obstacles as roadblocks and start seeing them as opportunities to grow. And as your ability to solve problems grows, so does your ability to create new solutions, innovate, and stay ahead of the curve. So what's the takeaway here? The key to building real wealth, both personally and professionally, is to invest in skills that compound over time. Whether it's improving your communication, strengthening your leadership, developing your emotional intelligence, or learning how to solve problems creatively, the more you put into these skills, the more you get out. And the best part is, these skills are yours forever. No one can take them from you. And as they grow, so do you. It's important to remember that success isn't about quick wins. It's about consistency, effort, and the commitment to becoming the best version of yourself over time. The skills you invest in today will be the ones that pay off in the future. They'll set you apart from the crowd, give you an edge in the marketplace, and help you create the kind of life that you're proud of. So look at the skills you have today. What are you working on right now? Are you focusing on the skills that will grow and compound over time? If not, it's time to make that commitment. Start today, put in the effort, and remember, the more you invest in yourself, the more you invest in your future. Success doesn't happen overnight, but with consistent effort, the skills you build today will lead to greater wealth, greater impact, and a life that's truly worth living. Number 4, earn before you spend and save before you celebrate. When it comes to building financial stability and wealth, there's one rule that stands above the rest: earn before you spend. This simple principle is the foundation for long-term success. Yet it's something that many people overlook. In today's world, it's easy to fall into the trap of instant gratification. The temptation is everywhere. Whether it's the latest gadget, the newest fashion trends, or even the pressure from social media to always be showing off a picture-perfect life. But if you want to build real, lasting wealth, the first thing you need to do is resist that urge to spend before you've earned. The problem many people face is that they're living in a cycle of spending first and earning second. They get paid, they pay bills, and before they even know it, the money is gone. They're constantly scrambling to make ends meet, and they wonder why they never seem to get ahead. It's a vicious cycle. The key to breaking free from this cycle and creating a life of financial freedom is to shift your mindset. It's about prioritizing earning and saving first, and then celebrating later. Earning before you spend is about making sure that the money you bring in goes to work for you before you let it slip away. This means taking control of your finances and understanding that there's a time to enjoy the fruits of your labor. But it's important to be strategic. If you keep spending before you've secured your future, you'll always be living paycheck to paycheck. But if you focus on putting your earnings to work for you through saving and investing, then you're laying the groundwork for long-term success. It's not just about delaying your spending either. It's about building the discipline to save before you celebrate. Think about it. When was the last time you celebrated a financial victory by simply putting that money away for the future? That's what the truly successful people do. They resist the temptation to splurge when they get paid. Instead, they prioritize saving and investing, knowing that their future self will thank them. It's not always easy. The lure of the now is powerful, but that's the sacrifice you have to make if you want to secure the freedom and the lifestyle you dream of. Saving before you celebrate doesn't just mean tucking away a little bit of cash here and there. It's about being intentional with every dollar you earn. It means looking at your money as a tool for building the life you want, a life where you don't have to worry about living paycheck to paycheck. By saving and investing wisely, you're setting yourself up for the kind of future where you have control over your financial situation, not the other way around. The first step to making this mindset shift is understanding that your future is more important than your present desires. Sure, it's fun to go out and buy that new gadget or enjoy that spontaneous shopping spree. But what happens when you're older and you have nothing saved up? You'll regret all the moments where you chose short-term pleasure over long-term security. So instead of giving in to those fleeting desires, train yourself to see the bigger picture. Put your money in savings or investment accounts where it can grow and work for you. Only once you've built up a solid foundation of savings and investments should you start to enjoy the rewards of your hard work. And don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with celebrating your successes, but you have to earn the right to celebrate. When you focus on saving and investing first, celebrating later becomes that much sweeter. It's about earning the rewards of your hard work instead of buying instant gratification. When you know that you've put in the work to secure your financial future, that celebration feels more fulfilling. You don't just celebrate a paycheck. You celebrate the fact that you're building something sustainable. The thing about this mindset is that it doesn't just apply to your paycheck. It applies to everything you earn, from bonuses and side income to investments and windfalls. No matter where the money comes from, you have to take the time to consider how to use it wisely. Earn first, then celebrate. The discipline to do this is what separates the successful from the struggling. Those who prioritize their future over the immediate present are the ones who build lasting wealth. They understand that building financial security takes time, but that time spent is always worth it. One of the most powerful parts of earning before you spend is the freedom it creates. When you save before you celebrate, you give yourself more control over your money. Instead of being ruled by debt and obligations, you take the reins of your financial future. That control gives you the freedom to make choices based on what's best for you, not out of desperation or pressure. It's not just about making money. It's about managing money in a way that gives you freedom and peace of mind. Many people fear that by saving first and spending later, they're sacrificing their enjoyment. But that's not the case. When you earn before you spend and save before you celebrate, you're actually setting yourself up to enjoy life even more. The freedom that comes with financial security allows you to enjoy the things you truly value without worrying about how to pay for them. And the best part is that it's sustainable. It's not about a quick fix or a temporary high. It's about creating lasting wealth that will support you and your family for years to come. It's easy to get caught up in the excitement of today and forget about tomorrow. But if you truly want to take control of your financial future, it starts with earning first and spending later. By focusing on saving and investing before indulging, you're making an investment in your future self. The rewards will come, but only if you stay disciplined and stick to the plan. This isn't about depriving yourself. It's about making sure that your future is set up for success. When you build the habit of saving before you celebrate, you'll find that the celebrations you enjoy later were far more rewarding. Number 5. Keep promises to yourself. That's how confidence is built. The key to building unshakable confidence in yourself is simple, yet often overlooked. It comes from keeping promises to yourself. It's easy to make promises to others. We all do it. We promise to show up, to help, to deliver on our commitments. But the promises we make to ourselves are the ones that truly determine our confidence and success. When you break promises to yourself, it's like tearing down the foundation of your self-worth. But when you keep them, even the smallest ones, you build a rock-solid foundation of confidence that no one can take away from you. Think about it for a moment. When was the last time you promised yourself something and actually followed through? Maybe it was a simple goal like getting up early to start your day, or committing to a healthy habit, or sticking to your budget for the month. When you follow through on these small promises, you begin to see the results, and those results lead to a deeper sense of trust in yourself. It's not about being perfect, but about being consistent. That consistency is what shapes your confidence. It builds the internal belief that you can handle whatever comes your way. Confidence doesn't come from knowing you can do everything perfectly. It comes from knowing that no matter what, you will always follow through on the promises you make to yourself. And that's what makes you strong. It doesn't matter what others think or what challenges you face. When you prove to yourself that you can rely on your own word, that's when you become unstoppable. The key is in the small, everyday promises that you keep. It's about creating a pattern of behavior that reinforces your belief in yourself. One of the biggest mistakes people make is relying on external validation to feel good about themselves. We wait for someone to tell us we've done a good job, or we hope that the world will recognize our efforts. But real confidence doesn't come from waiting for approval. It comes from proving to yourself, day in and day out, that you are the kind of person who does what they say they will do. When you can count on yourself, no one can take away that inner sense of strength. You don't need validation from anyone else, because you already have your own approval. Every promise you keep builds your internal muscle of self-belief. And let's be honest, there's nothing more powerful than being able to look at yourself in the mirror and know that you're someone who follows through. When you're consistent with your commitments, you begin to build a momentum that propels you forward. Each victory, no matter how small, adds up. It becomes a part of who you are, someone who does what they say they'll do, and that feeling is priceless. But here's the thing, you'll never be perfect, and there will always be times when you slip up. That's okay. Confidence doesn't come from avoiding mistakes or challenges. It comes from the willingness to pick yourself up after you've fallen, to get back on track, and to honor the promises you've made. It's about getting back in the game, even when things don't go as planned. You don't build confidence by avoiding failure. You build it by pushing through it, staying committed, and moving forward with your goals. When you start keeping promises to yourself, you'll begin to notice something incredible happening. You'll start to trust yourself more. You won't second-guess your decisions because you know you're capable of following through. The more promises you keep, the more you prove to yourself that you can do it. You'll realize that you're not as weak as you once thought. You're not as helpless as you may have felt in the past. You're someone who can be counted on, and that realization is a game changer. So what does it really mean to keep promises to yourself? It's about being honest with yourself, setting clear intentions, and then showing up every day. regardless of how you feel or what obstacles arise. It's about integrity, doing what you said you would do, even when no one is watching. It's easy to make excuses, to push things off until tomorrow, or to talk yourself out of doing what's necessary. But when you make a habit of following through, you stop making excuses. You stop doubting yourself, and you start taking action. That's where the magic happens. One of the most empowering aspects of keeping promises to yourself is that you stop waiting for permission. You stop looking outside of yourself for validation or approval. You stop asking for someone to tell you that you're worthy of success. You get to decide. You get to say, "This is what I will do, and I will do it." There's nothing more powerful than taking that kind of ownership of your life and your decisions. When you take control in this way, you take away the power from fear and uncertainty. You stop letting outside forces dictate how you feel about yourself. Instead, you make decisions based on the promises you've made to yourself. And that's where your confidence grows. Now here's the thing. Confidence is built over time. It's not something that happens overnight. You don't wake up one morning and suddenly have unshakable self-belief. It's something you work on every single day. But every promise you keep, every time you follow through, is a step in the right direction. The more you keep your word to yourself, the more your confidence grows. And before you know it, you'll be in a place where you know, without a doubt, that you can handle anything that comes your way. In the end, building confidence comes down to this simple truth. You have to become someone who can rely on themselves. The more you keep your promises, the stronger you become. Confidence doesn't come from what others say about you. It comes from the internal belief that you can do what you say you will do. It comes from building a track record of success, one promise at a time. So start today, keep your promises, and watch as your confidence grows, stronger and stronger, until nothing can stand in your way. Number 6, talk less about what you'll do. Show it through action. There's a certain power that comes from doing, rather than just talking. We've all heard it before. People saying they're going to do this, or they're going to do that. But how many of those promises actually turn into action? Not as many as we'd like to think. We all have dreams, goals, and visions of what we want to achieve, and that's great. But the truth is, talking about those dreams, telling people what you plan to do, won't get you anywhere. It's the action that counts. It's the steps you take, not the words you say, that will ultimately determine whether you succeed or not. Imagine for a moment that you're at a crossroads. You've got goals. Maybe you want to get fit, start a business, or improve your relationships. You've got all these great ideas in your mind, and you're telling people about them, sharing your plans, your vision. But here's the thing. No one cares about your plans. And even if they do, they're not going to be impressed until they see you actually doing something about it. People get excited about the potential of others, but that excitement fades quickly if nothing ever happens. We live in a world that's all about results. It doesn't matter how much you talk about what you're going to do if you're not showing up and putting in the work. Think about someone you know who's always talking about starting something new. Maybe it's a fitness routine, a side hustle, or a creative project. They've got all these big ideas, and they love sharing them with everyone around them. But the problem is, the follow-through is never there. They talk the talk, but they never walk the walk. And over time, you start to tune them out. You don't believe them anymore. Not because you don't care, but because you've seen this pattern before. It's all talk, no action. And that's a huge red flag. Now think about someone else you know who doesn't talk as much, but you see them working. They're not constantly announcing their plans to the world. Instead, they just show up every day, putting in the time and effort, making progress. Over time, you start to notice the changes, the results. Maybe they're getting in shape, building something successful, or improving themselves in some way. And here's the thing, you notice it because they're doing the work. They don't need to tell you what they're going to do, because you can already see it. They're letting their actions speak for themselves. The power of action is that it's undeniable. Talk is easy. We can all say things. But action requires effort. Action requires discipline. And action gets results. If you want to be someone who actually accomplishes something, you need to stop talking so much about what you're going to do and start doing it. The world doesn't care about your words. they care about your results. And the only way you get results is by putting in the work, day after day, without needing anyone to validate it or applaud it. You just do it because it's what you've committed to. I get it. Sometimes we all want to share our dreams. We want people to know what we're working on. But here's the thing. When you're always talking about it, it can almost feel like you're tricking yourself into thinking you've done something. It's easy to feel like you've accomplished something just by telling others about your plans. But deep down, you know that it's the actions you take that truly matter. When you talk about your goals too much without actually making progress, you start to dilute your own commitment to them. You begin to believe that talking is enough, when in reality, it's not even close. This isn't to say you can't share your goals with others, but there's a fine line between talking about them and actually doing something about them. The more you talk, the less likely you are to follow through. That's just how it works. If you're always telling everyone what you're going to do, it can make you feel good in the moment. But the real satisfaction comes from the accomplishment. From the moment when you look back and see how far you've come. That's when the real pride kicks in. That's when you can truly feel like you've achieved something worthwhile. And the best part is, you didn't need to talk about it to anyone to make it happen. You just did it. When you start showing up for yourself, day after day, doing the work, you build momentum. It's not about grand speeches or telling the world about your next big move. It's about showing up consistently. Even when it's hard, even when it feels like no one's watching. That's where the real magic happens. The small, consistent actions compound over time and lead to something bigger than you could have ever imagined. But if you're too busy talking about it, you're not giving yourself the chance to build that momentum. You're stalling your own progress. Let's say you've got a big goal in mind. Maybe it's starting a business, or writing a book, or getting in the best shape of your life. Whatever it is, the first thing you need to realize is that the road is long. There will be ups and downs. There will be times when you feel like giving up. But if you're always talking about it, without taking any real action, those moments will come and go, without any real progress. You'll stay stuck in the planning phase, forever talking, but never doing. And that's the worst place to be, stuck in the cycle of talk without any real movement forward. But here's the flip side. If you stop talking so much and start taking action, you'll begin to see results. Maybe they're small at first, but they'll start to add up. And over time, you'll look back and realize that those small actions were the key to your success. You'll feel proud of yourself because you didn't waste time talking about what you were going to do. You just did it. And that's how you earn respect from yourself and from others. People will start noticing the difference between those who talk about doing something and those who actually do it. There's a quiet strength that comes from letting your actions do the talking for you. And before long, you won't need to say a word. Your progress will speak for itself. And that's the kind of person you want to become. Someone who doesn't need to announce every step they're going to take, because they know the real power lies in the action itself. The moment you stop talking and start doing is the moment you start making real progress in your life. So take the first step and keep taking it, because action is the only thing that will take you where you want to go. Number 7, practice saying no without feeling guilty. There's a certain strength that comes with knowing how to say no. It's not always easy, especially when we want to help others or avoid conflict. But learning to say no without feeling guilty is one of the most powerful tools you can develop for your personal growth. It might sound simple, but it's not something that most people do naturally. We live in a society where we're constantly being pulled in different directions. Everyone wants a piece of your time, your energy, and your attention. The problem is, there's only so much of you to go around, and if you say yes to everything, you end up spreading yourself too thin. It's time to break free from the idea that saying no is something that should make you feel bad. The truth is, when you say yes to everything, you're not only doing a disservice to yourself, but you're also doing a disservice to the people who matter most in your life. Think about it. Every time you say yes to something that you don't truly want to do, you're taking time away from the things that actually matter. You're taking time away from your own goals, your own health, and your own peace of mind. It's not just about the tasks or requests that you're saying yes to. It's about what you're giving up in the process. The time you could have spent focusing on your own personal development or on something that aligns with your values is now spent doing something that doesn't bring you any closer to your goals. The funny thing is, most of us are afraid of saying no because we're worried about what others will think. We don't want to disappoint anyone. We don't want to let people down. But here's the thing. The people who truly care about you will understand. They will respect your boundaries and your need for time and space. The people who don't respect that, well, they're not the ones you should be worrying about. And yet so many of us live our lives trying to please everyone. And it leaves us feeling exhausted, frustrated, and unfulfilled. We're constantly saying yes to everyone else, but we forget to say yes to ourselves. And when that happens, we lose sight of what's really important. It's not easy to set boundaries, especially if you've spent a lifetime saying yes to everything. But the more you practice saying no, the easier it gets. And here's the kicker. The more you say no to the things that don't serve you, the more space you create for the things that truly matter. You'll be able to focus on your own goals, your own happiness, and your own well-being. You'll start to realize that your time is one of your most valuable resources, and you get to decide how it's spent. When you stop feeling guilty about saying no, you give yourself the freedom to live a life that's aligned with your values. Think about how many times you've said yes to something that you didn't want to do, simply because you didn't want to feel guilty. Maybe it was a work task that wasn't part of your responsibilities, or maybe it was an invitation to something you had no interest in. In the moment, you might have felt good about helping or being there for someone, but as soon as it was over, you probably felt drained. You probably wondered why you said yes in the first place. That's because your yes wasn't aligned with your true priorities. It was motivated by guilt, fear, or a desire to please someone else. And when you say yes for the wrong reasons, you end up paying the price in the long run. Here's the thing. Learning to say no is not about being selfish. It's about being self-respecting. When you say no to something that doesn't serve you, you're saying yes to something better, whether it's your health, your goals, or your peace of mind. It's about recognizing that you can't pour from an empty cup. You have to take care of yourself first, before you can take care of anyone else. And that means setting boundaries and not feeling guilty for doing so. The beauty of saying no is that it empowers you to live your life on your own terms. You no longer feel like a puppet being pulled in every direction. You're in control. You get to decide where you want to invest your time and energy. And when you do say yes, it's because you genuinely want to, not because you feel obligated to. Saying no doesn't make you a bad person. It makes you a person who values their time and knows what's important. If you're someone who struggles with guilt when saying no, it's important to remember that it's a skill that takes practice. At first, it might feel uncomfortable. You might worry about letting people down, or you might fear the consequences of saying no. But over time, you'll see that the more you practice, the easier it becomes. And with each no, you're sending a clear message to yourself and to others about what you're willing to accept and what you're not. You're teaching people how to respect your boundaries. And here's the thing. The more you say no, the more you start to attract the right opportunities. You'll find yourself saying yes to the things that really matter, and you'll start to feel a sense of fulfillment that you didn't have before. You'll realize that by saying no to the wrong things, you're creating space for the right things. The right people, the right opportunities, the right experiences. They'll all start to show up because you've made room for them. You've chosen to stop saying yes to everything, and instead you've focused on what truly serves you. Saying no without feeling guilty is a game changer. It's not about being rude or dismissive. It's about taking control of your life and making sure that the decisions you make align with your true desires and priorities. It's about understanding that you don't owe anyone an explanation for protecting your time and energy. Your life is yours to live, and the more you practice saying no, the more freedom you create for yourself. So the next time you feel the urge to say yes out of guilt or obligation, remember that you have the power to choose, and that choice is yours. No guilt, no shame, just pure empowerment. Number 8, take care of your health like it's part of your wealth. There's a simple but profound truth that we often overlook in the pursuit of success, wealth, and achievement. Without your health, nothing else really matters. It's easy to get caught up in the hustle, chasing financial goals, career advancements, or the next big project. But if you don't take care of your health, all that other stuff becomes irrelevant. It's not just about looking good or feeling good for a moment. It's about creating a sustainable life that allows you to enjoy everything you've worked so hard for. We spend so much time worrying about making money, building businesses, or growing our careers. But we sometimes forget that our body is the vehicle that allows us to go after all of those things. Just like any investment, if you don't put in the effort to maintain and grow it, eventually it starts to depreciate. Think about it. If you're sick, tired, or physically unfit, how much energy can you really give to the things that matter? How well can you focus, think, or be productive if you're constantly feeling run down? The reality is, the state of your health will always affect the state of your wealth and success. Taking care of your health isn't just about going to the gym or eating healthy meals. It's a mindset. It's about viewing your health as an investment, not an afterthought. The same way you'd protect your financial assets, you should be protecting your body. After all, it's the only body you get. Your physical health is your foundation. Without a solid foundation, everything else you build will crumble. It's easy to dismiss health when we're caught up in the grind. We tell ourselves, I'll sleep later, or I don't have time to exercise, or I'll eat better next week. But here's the truth. The longer you neglect your health, the harder it becomes to keep up with the demands of life. You can't keep pushing your body to the limit and expect it to always bounce back. Just like you can't keep running your car without giving it proper maintenance and expect it to run forever. Your body won't keep up forever if you don't take care of it. It's essential to understand that taking care of your health doesn't require perfection. You don't have to be a fitness model or a strict eater to maintain good health. But you do need to make intentional choices every single day to prioritize your well-being. That might mean setting aside time to exercise, even when you feel like you're too busy. It might mean choosing healthier food options when you could easily grab something quick and unhealthy. It could be as simple as taking 5 minutes to meditate, allowing your mind to rest, and resetting before diving back into the chaos of your day. The way you treat your body directly influences your ability to perform at your highest level. Think about the last time you felt physically drained. Did you feel motivated? Did you feel focused on your goals? Or were you just trying to get through the day, barely keeping your head above water? When you're tired, sluggish, or unhealthy, it's nearly impossible to give your best effort. On the other hand, when you feel energized, strong, and healthy, your mind is clear, your focus is sharp, and your motivation is through the roof. And don't forget about the long-term impact. The way you treat your body today will determine the quality of your life years down the road. Will you be someone who's still active, vibrant, and capable of doing the things you love as you get older? Or will you find yourself in a position where your health has deteriorated to the point where you can't fully enjoy the fruits of your labor? The decisions you make now will shape your future. So it's important to remember that investing in your health is an investment in your future happiness and success. Health isn't just about the physical, it's about the mental and emotional aspects of your well-being as well. How often do you find yourself feeling stressed, anxious, or overwhelmed? That's a sign that your mental health needs attention too. Stress can take a huge toll on your physical health, leading to issues like high blood pressure, heart problems, and weakened immune function. If you're constantly pushing yourself, working long hours, and neglecting your emotional health, it's only a matter of time before your body starts to break down. Learning how to manage stress, finding balance, and practicing self-care are just as important as eating the right foods or exercising. By making your health a priority, you're building a sustainable life. You're making sure that you're in a position to enjoy the fruits of your hard work. Think about the people who've achieved great success, but have paid the price with their health. You've seen the stories of millionaires or CEOs who work themselves into the ground, neglecting their bodies, only to realize too late that health is the most important wealth of all. No matter how much money you make, no matter how many businesses you build, if you don't have your health, you don't have much. It's an uncomfortable truth, but it's the truth nonetheless. You may think you don't have the time to exercise or eat well. Maybe you're so focused on your goals that it feels like taking time out for your health is a luxury you can't afford. But the reality is, when you make time for your health, you're actually making time for your goals. A well-balanced, healthy lifestyle is the key to sustained energy, focus, and productivity. The time you invest in your health will pay you back tenfold in the long run. You'll be able to work longer, work harder, and achieve your goals faster when you're feeling your best. Here's a simple shift in perspective. Start viewing your body as your most important asset. You wouldn't neglect an investment that could yield you significant returns, would you? Why should your body be any different? The more you take care of it, the more it will take care of you. Your health isn't just a nice to have, it's a must have. When you take care of your health, you're taking care of your future, your career, your relationships, and your ability to show up every day and do your best. So the next time you're tempted to skip that workout or reach for something that's not nourishing your body, remember that taking care of your health is an investment. It's a step towards your success, your happiness, and your longevity. Without it, nothing else will matter. Prioritize your health like it's part of your wealth, because it truly is. As we wrap up, remember that building real wealth and creating a life you're proud of doesn't happen overnight. It's a process, a series of small, consistent habits that stack up over time. The key is to focus on what you can control, take deliberate action, and keep pushing forward, even when it's tough. The wealth you're after is built on the foundation of your daily choices, your mindset, and your willingness to stay disciplined. So ask yourself, are you willing to show up for yourself every day? Are you ready to invest in your future, not just in terms of money, but in the habits, mindset, and actions that will lead you to success? If you're committed to the journey, nothing can stop you. Stay consistent, keep your eyes on the prize, and remember that every small step you take today brings you closer to the life you've always wanted.